Hello everyone. So today I'm going to give you an energy update for the month of November. So first of all, as you know, we've been through that big celebration phase of Samhain on the 31st of October, which really symbolizes that, Scorpio energy between October and November. So it's been a real purge for everyone, letting go of a lot of stuff, that's not aligned anymore to our, vibrational state, or also, physically, emotionally, we're detaching a lot around stuff that we don't need anymore. And so, that purge has been helping us let go of a lot of, it can be relationships, places, but also physical items. And especially now, we are getting into that Mercury retrograde phase that we all love in the sign of Sagittarius. And so maybe there's a lot of things that don't work, electronical objects, for instance, your phone, like mine, your computer, or your car, can, let you down at the moment, and then you have to repair it or change it. So, yeah, we're in this big purging phase. And as you know, it relates as well to the fact that we are ending a 9 year cycle. We're in year 9 in numerology. And so you really want to let go of everything that is not aligned to your soul. That's what I see in the Akashic record sessions that I do. You really want to align to your soul. And so what happens, especially when I do clearings, after during sessions, there's what we call that deselection process that takes place. Everything that's not aligned to your soul um, gets really to your attention, but really strongly in a really negative way, for you to contract and to react, and so that you really like, okay, I need to let go of that. It's not good for me. So it's like the universe or your guides, or whatever you want to call it, um, is showing you the way to a more aligned life. And that takes me to the second point of that energy update, which is the full moon in Taurus that has just happened on the 5th of November. And so that full moon has been putting the light on the area of your physical well-being, your physical comfort. So, once again, it's all to do with transforming yourself at a deep level. That's the Scorpio energy, to to experience that physical comfort, well-being in your life. So it can be, stuff around health issues that are coming up for you really strongly that you need to address. That have been there maybe for a while, and especially it might resonate with the new moon in Taurus at the end of April of this year. Maybe that's something that has started at that time. Either it's coming back to you, it's coming back to your attention, or another health issue is showing up, maybe related to that one as well. You know how it is, your body can react in different ways. And those are, signals that you need to change things in your life, of course, depending on the intensity of those issues. But there are things that you need to address really strongly, and that there's no procrastinating, when you see that. So that full moon in Taurus, we're still receiving the effects of that energy at the moment. It really is showing us the way to let go of stuff that is not aligned to us anymore. And some memories as well, some old memories can come up, emotional memories, and they really need to be cleared as much as you can. So it can translate into forgiveness, maybe forgiving a family member or an old friend, or I don't know, a previous work colleague or manager, just for you to make that space for that new energy that's going to come up next year in 2026, because it's going to be year one. So you really want to do that kind of homework, even if it's not pleasant. Um, and that's often the case, when things are really strong, and you can feel the contractions, the struggle in your life. It's really for you to react and say, okay, that's enough. I have to really detach from that situation, those circumstances, those people, those places, those habits. It's really a call to action for you. So you really need to listen to it strongly. Then the other point I wanted to mention for this November energy update is that the theme of your family life, our family life, is really pointed out at the moment of this full moon and in November, this Scorpio season. What I can see, what I've seen around me and during sessions, is that something is shifting around our family bubble. So that's why we are really called to let go of ways we might have been doing things that are not aligned to us anymore. They're not authentic. So different ways of doing things, as I was just telling you before as well. Old memories, either recent or really old from childhood, can come up as well in that theme of your family situation. And that's because, as you know, our society is shifting at the moment really strongly. There's a huge shift in our society in all areas of life, and so that's why our family life is also part of that big shift. And why is that shift happening? As you know, once again, we are getting towards that Aquarius era. And so it's all about getting towards a society, and, so collectively and individually, we're getting towards more freedom, more independence, more autonomy. And the key word here is sovereignty. Sovereignty. Well, I knew I wouldn't be able to say it in English. Okay, I'm going to try again. It's to be sovereign, to be the king of your own kingdom. So basically, it's to be your own boss in all your life areas. That's the aim of that Aquarius age, and that's the big shift that's happening in our society today. And so it's happening collectively and individually in our lives. And so it's to become our own boss, but careful, we want to become our own boss who is kind, who's wise, happy. We we don't want to be a nasty boss. There's no point in being our own boss if we're just following some past conditioning and just doing things the same old ways as we are used to. So that's the most difficult thing to do, to shift. As you know, we have a lot of survival instincts in our society that are in a physical DNA. So that's why our DNA is also changing at the moment. It's also transforming. So maybe you have some pains in your body that is unusual, and or headaches, or I don't know, lots of unusual pains, and that's because our physical DNA is actually changing as well, so that all of our survival instincts are shifting, and our subconscious as well needs to shift, our subconscious conditioning. And all that is changing so that we can put in place some new ways of doing things, new habits, and a new society, collectively. And so we are all doing that. So that's why all areas, are impacted. Politics, education, economics, finances, health-wise, work-wise, and of course, children, the way we raise our children, and our family bubbles as well. So that's why it's a big theme, being sovereign, but truly and fully, from inside. So it's, as I said, it's also our subconscious and our instincts that are evolving, so that it really changes fully in the outside. As you know, it all starts in the inside and then it reflects back in the outer environment. That's how, things change, progressively. And so that's why I wanted to come back to that family bubble theme. I feel that this month in November, it's a big theme because, as you know, our family is the microcosmos of the world. So, the way our family units are changing, of course, then it affects our society, at a bigger scale. So so that's why it might be a theme that's coming up for you, that you need to address really strongly. It's been there for a while. It already really started fully last month. Especially at the start of that Scorpio season. But I feel that it's really getting intense this month, so that, as I said, it's something that you can't procrastinate anymore. It really needs your full attention, and you need to dig in further inside of you and see what comes up, what old memories are getting to the surface, for you to be conscious about that and to clear them for good. So there might be some, as you know, some forgiveness work to do, or some new ways of doing things that are more aligned to who you are right now. And so that's okay, but it's for you to listen to that inner voice, to your guides, your intuition, to really help change things. And it's a big preparation. We've been doing a lot all this year, as I said, to really do this big purge and be ready for next year's new energy in 2026. So just to summarize this video on the energy update for November 2025. First, I talked about the Samhain celebration. That's really a big purge. It's that big bridge between the light and the darkness of your soul. So everything is coming up to you to be addressed fully. And especially, second point, with that full moon in Taurus that we've just had on the 5th of November, that's all about your physical comfort, well-being in your body, in your physical environment, but also on Earth, by extension. So, the way you're incarnated here on Earth, how you are experiencing joy and some well-being, and how you're comfortable in your physical envelope here on Earth, and so you are really pushed to really strongly at the moment to transform yourself to get to that physical comfort. And then the other point I talked to you about is that family situation theme that's coming up a lot for a lot of people. And it's following that sovereignty, I said it, that sovereignty keyword value of the Aquarius era. And that's how our society is transitioning at the moment. It's following that freedom, that autonomy, especially with the help of new technologies. It's all to do with being your own boss, basically, your own happy and wise and kind boss. So I hope that video resonated with you, and please like and share to other people if you think some friends or family or acquaintances will really benefit from this video. And I'll talk to you later. Bye bye for now.